boys have landed in France. Small coastal village, Dieppe.
He told us Operation Jubilee was a success. Some of these men, though...
Things did not go well.
You're hardly the cause of your fiancé's demise. You cannot blame yourself.
But I do, Daddy. I do. I thought I'd never see you again.
And if you want, I'll ship out right now.
No, it's...
My date wants to say hello.
You date?
Dr. Narendra Patel. Meet my mother.
I'm gonna go visit my brother in Perth County.
You don't need to do this for me.
I'm doing this for myself. Though I think some time apart might be good for both of us.
I bet you a nickel, I bet you I win. I bet you a nickel that you will give in. What's the matter, honey? Afraid you lose.
Have you been here before?
Say what you choose. I bet you a
Come
nickel
on, princess.
that you
Forget
will
your
be
troubles.
mine. I bet you a nickel, even raise it a dime. I always win the money, you can bet I'm back. I always take a tip and keep it under my
Vince,
hat.
I'm gonna take a breather.
What? No!
Sorry. I'm not yet in the dancing mood.
Come on, Sarge. Dance with me. Why not?
A nickel that you will be mine. I bet you the sign on the dotted line. I don't see no
Hey, where's Ivan tonight?
He's working double shifts all week. There's so few engineers left. Any man with an essential job works overtime these days.
Oh, I didn't order this. Oh boy. For you, Katie. It's a champagne cocktail.
Real champagne?
Well, it has bubbles.
I'm going ringside to watch the singer. Do you want to come?
I'm fine here.
Oh, who taught you to dance, farm girl? I taught myself on the icebox stool.
Then you better let me lead, for Pete's sake.
You're the best. I mean it.
Yeah? What do you know? You got nothing to compare.
I know what I like. Hey, we're not alone. Don't mess up a good thing.
But you can't fool all the people all of the time. They bet me a nickel, they ain't got a dime. Say that ain't no money, quit wasting my time. I don't see no sense in all this rhythm.
I am sweating up a storm out there.
A lady glows. Or so they say.
Well, then me, I glow like a pig. Say, do you have a mint? I just had my second shandy, and the beer in this joint is skunky.
Might have a Trowards.
You look familiar. Where do you work?
Victory Munitions.
Oh, the office.
Nope, the line.
What's a buffed up girl like you doing working like a pit pony?
Helping us win the war, I hope.
They must be pouring on the steam nowadays. How often you got a shipment going out?
Trains out of the tunnel end of every night.
Every night, huh? Like clockwork.
I guess so.
Say, I hear they got a new line starting up. Do you know anything about that?
Why are you asking?
I was just wondering if they're hiring.
They're always hiring. Here's a mint.
Ta.
Oh, yeah. You want some? Yeah, champagne cocktail.
Very fancy. See that girl over there?
Which one, princess?
The redhead in the burgundy dress. She was pummeling me with questions about Vic Mew.
War jobs are glamorous to a girl.
And this was more than just idle chat. That girl was after something.
Mom?
Hello there, stranger.
Please, I've been in nurse's rest 2 weeks.
Feels like an age. Is that a new lip color?
Pagoda red.
I'm not sure that's a day shade, dear.
Oh, just here to pick up some warm clothes.
Sit. Tell me about nurses training.
I can't. I've got my shift.
How's the residence?
Well, the girls are great, but I'm hardly there. We started getting the wounded in from Dieppe. I've been working 80-hour weeks.
80 hours.
They're desperate for volunteers to help us.
These poor boys. Paper keeps revising casualty lists. To lose so many. I'll see if I can rustle up some girls at the factory to lend a hand.
Oh, we could sure use them. When's Dad getting back?
He insists on helping Uncle Ty through the harvest. He's driving a team, if you can believe it.
I'll be fine. Stop worrying, Mom.
Oh, here. We'll trade. Nobody's gonna see me in that old thing.
Thanks, Mom. Sorry. I'll try and drop by sometime next week. Duty calls.
Oh, wait.
New Hitchcock at the Fox Theater. Saboteur. Robert Cummings and Priscilla Lane.
Saw the trailer. Nazi spies set fire to an airplane factory.
It's all a frame job. Cummings is accused of being an enemy agent.
You know what the poster says?
Every jolting scene is true. Heck, they arrested a Nazi spy ring in New York last spring. Apparently they were gunning to blow up a power plant in Niagara.
I had such an odd encounter last night.
Really? I've had a few of those myself.
Not that kind. You know they're always saying there's spies out there, trying to get us to talk.
Yeah?
Last night at the jewel box, this girl, she kept asking me questions about the plant. She wanted to know about the new lab.
Oh, good luck to her. They keep everything so hush-hush. I type their purchase orders every day, and I don't even know what we're making.
Dieppe shattered so many lives. A few of your free hours at the hospital could make a world of difference to a lonely soldier. Clear?
We'll have a couple hours after shift and before the show. And Ivan's working.
I'm meeting Teresa for a bite. Maybe we'll just see at the pictures?
Miss McCrae, how about you?
Sorry, Mrs. Corbett. I got movie plans. Saboteur is opening tonight.
Lest we forget what these brave boys have sacrificed so that we can all go to the pictures.
I'll get down later this week.
The boys will be waiting. Suppose you have plans too, Andrews?
No, not especially.
So many young man lives changed. You could ease a loneliness. Think about it. Clear.
Excuse me. Sorry, ma'am. I was up half the night fighting with my landlady.
Things are still not working out with your housing.
She came into my room and unplugged my clock so I wouldn't run up the electrical. That mean bag of bones is just looking for a reason to throw me out. What's keeping you awake?
Too much time on my hands. Lie awake dreaming up things to worry about.
Know what you need to do, ma'am? Go out and do it up. Have a rip roar.
At my age, I think I'll leave it to someone else to paint the town.
Age doesn't make any difference.
Talk to me in 20 years after 3 kids.
Ma'am, all we get is a little living, a little loving, and a whole lot of dead.
Clear. You stay sharp out there, Miss Harrison.
Gladys, come on. There won't be any hot-to-trot soldiers for you to fend off tonight. Just us girls.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, what's to know? It's Hitchcock.
Maybe Gladys doesn't feel like it.
Gotta move on sometime.
That's her.
Who?
The redhead.
From last night?
What's she doing here?
Seems one way or another she's getting her questions answered.
How long did you say you worked here for?
Hi. Remember me? Last night, I gave you a mint.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
The jewel box in the powder room.
Last night I was home with the hubby listening to The Shadow on the wireless. Don't you love that program? We're not hitting the town much yet. We just moved up from Bathurst.
What are you doing here now?
Margie Lewis? I transferred from the red shift this morning.
Gladys with him. I could have sworn
Bing will get such a kick out of this that I got a twin out there.
she had the same red hair.
Ah, she must have got it out of the same red bottle.
You're up! Sit tight, I'll be up in a minute. Ever since the fracas over the missing TNT, we've got a new security protocol.
You called, Mr. Akins.
Pull the employee file on a Marnie or...
Margie, or Margaret Lewis from Bathurst, New Brunswick. And the new security protocol, who runs it?
Our new security man.
Clifford Perry.
Clifford Perry, meet Gladys Witham.
One knows the name, of course. How do you do, Miss Witham?
Well, thank you.
Miss Witham was approached last night by a woman asking suspicious questions about the plant. She's just been spotted on the factory floor.
Why, I think I saw her.
Here or last night?
Here. I know I saw her last night.
And here?
I spoke to her here. I'm just not sure it was her.
I see. You can point her out.
Of course. Whenever you're ready. Where is she?
Take your time.
She was on the line pouring Amitol.
Could she have moved?
She was over there. And none of the subs have changed.
So you don't see her now?
I spoke to her.
Mr. Perry? Mr. Akins asked me to pull a file for you.
Yes. Do you have it?
There isn't one. There is no Margie Lewis at VicMu.
What they need most is your time. Talk to them, read to them, play cards. Feminine companionship does a soldier a world of good.
Mrs. Corbett, happy for your help.
Dr. Patel, a pleasure. Oh, sorry, that's not the appropriate word. Not that it's not a pleasure seeing you, but you know what I mean.
We appreciate your coming with these numbers returning. It's been a challenge.
Sheila mentioned you have her working round the clock.
Mom, doctors don't set our shifts.
You're in good hands, Mrs. Corbett.
This way, ladies. Nurse Finley will give you assignments. I didn't expect you to volunteer.
Well, you said it yourself, Sheila. All shoulders to the wheel. Besides, seems it's the only way I can see you.
You know, don't get your hopes up. I can't stand around here chatting.
Oh, wait. I brought a few things. The brush that Grandma gave you. Gloves. You're gonna need yours soon. And, oh, you forgot Mr. Mullins.
Mother, you can't do this.
Sheila, you slept with him your whole life.
There are men here that are fighting for their lives. I've got work to do.
They call us the lucky ones.
Can I get you some refreshing water?
We could go for something stronger.
I'm not sure that would be good for you right now. This is better.
Better would be dead.
That's not true. You fought bravely and for a good reason.
You don't have a clue, do you?
Of course I do. We pay attention to what goes on over there.
We were supposed to land before dawn, but there was a balls out. It was bright as day before we could run the rocks. They sent us anyway.
Let me fix these blankets.
Jerry saw us coming. The Germans, up on the cliff, cut us to ribbons. Bullets flying, guys falling, and all the while they kept yelling, "Go, go, go!" The rocks, slippery as hell. But it wasn't water, was it? It was blood. All my buddy's blood. They drove us into that slaughterhouse. Why? Why?
Mrs. Corbin?
Yes? Well, I'm fine. I've done my patriotic duty for the day. Are you coming?
Oh, not yet.
I'm sure you're providing a welcome ball.
Oh, glad you made it, Princess.
Onward and upwards, Bets. Good evening, Sergeant Hill.
Evening.
Glad you could join us. Do you know Vera Burr?
Oh, our paths have crossed at Pickmew. Do you know how much longer you'll be with us?
Until they ship us someplace else.
Well, you must be itching to get overseas. I hear it's 3 men to every woman.
That will be fun.
So, what's the dope on your spy gal?
I've told security everything I know. Now it's up to them.
Well, no mystery here. 5 reels of Robert Cummings. Sign me up.
That man is one hunk of heartbreak.
Our new security man, Clifford Perry, is no slouch either. That hair, those ties, that accent.
Vera, he must be over 35.
There's nothing wrong with a distinguished gentleman who knows his way around.
Oh?
These days, as long as he's got all of his parts and some of his teeth.
Vera, really?
Just think about all those boys who lost their lives in Dieppe, put off living till tomorrow. They have no tomorrows left.
I am not interested in Clifford Perry.
Perfect. Gets you back out there. No harm to the old ticker.
Mrs. Corbett?
Oh, good evening, ladies.
Are you here alone?
I was supposed to meet friends, but they canceled.
Sit with us. I mean, it doesn't look like Kate'll show.
Oh, is she still at the hospital?
Well, then we'll scooch over.
We'll move down.
Thank you, girls. Aren't these good seats? It's a fine view here.
Hello, I'm Kate. Would you like some company?
You like the news, do you?
Oh, seems someone stole the funny pages. How about I give this a read, yeah? Hundreds of Dieppe soldiers are listed. Tuesday, September 15th. Partly cloudy with scattered showers, fog throughout the day tomorrow. That'll put a crimp in our sailing plans. Let me find sports.
What about me? Don't I get to play too? You get another one, all right?
A saboteur in a war factory doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore now, does it?
They run right in, they're both there. And the last thing I saw when I looked back was one kid give the extinguisher to the other kid. And then it was just like all hell comes up. That's all I see.
It's funny business for Morton Cooper, who planted a kiss on his brother Walker after Morton firing a 3-hit, 3-0 shutout at the Brooklyn Dodgers. Or maybe you're more a football fan? Just give me a sign.
It's Private Brennan. Hasn't uttered a word since he arrived.
It's so hard to find things in here that aren't about the war.
Most men here are keen to keep up. They need to know their sacrifice has meant something.
What's he doing in there?
He needs rest, and someone like you letting him know it's safe to come out.
That's all I can do today. Maybe I'll see him another time.
He's not about to ask you to come back, but I will.
See you in the morning, girls.
Good night, Miss Corbett. Vera and I go this way. See you later.
All right. Night. Good night, ladies.
Bye.
Good night.
I love that.
Come on. That's a pretty good movie.
Who cares about Bob Cummings? The Priscilla Lane is ring-a-ding-ding.
What happened to I know what I like?
Oh, I still do, but I'm not dead.
Hey, girls. You looking for some company?
We're fine, handsome. Thanks all the same.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey! I hear you're wax. Do it for a nickel. What's the matter? You only do guys in uniform?
Back off, creep. Ignore him.
What are you, a couple bull daggers?
What's it to you? Betty.
Well, and I got something to change your mind.
No, you look. Hey, hey. Creep. Betty, come on. I'm calling the police.
Forget it. You get yours, Mitch.
What are you thinking? What? That creep put his paws on you. Rule 1 is don't go looking for trouble. I have got a lot at stake here, and you've got a lot to learn. I keep my head down and I keep my business to myself. Do you understand? Teresa! Wait!
I appreciate your cooperation, Miss Witham. Take your time. Look closely. Tell me if any of these are the woman.
That's her. Her hair is different, but I'd swear to it.
I would ask you not to discuss this with others. If anyone asks, you're not at liberty to say. Understood?
Is there anything else, Mr. Perry?
I hope you weren't offended the other night. The champagne. Clumsy attempt to gain an introduction.
I didn't mean to be rude. It's just, I lost my fiancé 3 months ago.
Very sorry.
My friends are constantly after me to get out. I try, but it's not easy.
And still you are here. More motivated than ever to make those bombs.
No, the war belongs to us all. We shirk our duty, they win. And what does that get us? The way I honor James and the men who died on those beaches is to do more, not less.
It's very admirable.
Oh, I didn't mean for it to be. It's just what I'm doing.
There's no way to say this without sounding like a complete cad. I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner. We could continue to discuss the case.
So, ma'am, you tear up the town last night?
I took myself to the pictures.
A show all on your lonesome. Oof. After a wild night like that, hope they didn't bring you home in a paddy wagon.
Very funny. Things with your landlady any better?
She thinks she's gonna get some high-class white girl in there. I told her no high-class girl is gonna put up with mice scratching inside the walls.
What kind of place did they put you in? I'm calling the Board of Health.
No, please, I'm okay. Don't worry. Next pay packet, I'm buying a cat.
No, thank you. I feel I've spilled my whole life story, and you've barely said a word of yours.
I don't know that mine competes.
Well, now, is that modesty or evasion?
My life is long, next to yours, and we've already done the main course.
Well, except to Tracy.
Born in London, father was a banker, went to all the right schools, and ran with all the wrong people.
Oh, now, this could get interesting.
After school, I knocked about Europe, trying to work as a journalist. Until, luckily, war broke out.
How was that lucky?
Feel as though I'm being interviewed.
Sorry. Years of training at my mother's knee. At dinner, a lady's one responsibility is to animate her chair, be companionable, draw out her host.
You're very good at it.
Well, until I started at the plant, it was the only thing I was trained to do. It's hardly an accomplishment.
You underestimate yourself.
Berks Falls? Is that where you're from? I'm from up that way. Sure pretty country, isn't it? You still have family there? What do you think the folks would be doing about now? Supper finished? In the front room, probably, listening to the radio? Or checkers, you think? Or maybe they're musical. Do they play it all? Well, most folks up that way do. I bet your mom chords on the piano, your dad on fiddle, and all the children they sing. That's what we'd be doing up at my place. It was rough times, but it wasn't always bad. I had my voice taken away from me once, too. You can get it back. Someone is waiting for you. Someone needs you. There'll be better times.
See that soldier? Buying his girl dinner. He's shipping out soon, and she knows it.
You can tell that from here.
She's being brave. She wants him to have something to hold on to, in case he has to face his own Dieppe. I know we're supposed to trust that there's a reason behind every mission. The seeming senselessness of that battle.
Have you ever been in a place where there's no going forward and no going back? What if following orders meant the loss of hundreds of lives, maybe even your own?
I would follow orders.
In the face of death?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm no great dancer. Is it too forward to suggest a leisurely drive home?
Let me freshen up.
I need the nearest telephone.
He ran off last night.
I wanted to see the new Hitchcock.
Since when do you go to the pictures?
In this movie, there's a young girl gets herself mixed up with a stranger.
Narendra is not a stranger. Not to me.
He's from a different country, Sheila. They have different...
Give me some credit, will you? I know why you don't like him.
I can't pretend to be happy about this. How serious are you?
He's lonely, and so am I.
And where could this possibly be headed? Sheila, I thought you were smarter.
So what if we care about each other?
Will you have children with this man? What world will you raise them in? Think, Sheila. It can't work. Oh, dear. Dr. Patel?
That must mean I haven't completely blown it. But I know how it is. You got something going the first time in your life, and you want to shout it from the rooftops. Aren't I allowed to be happy? Just because there's women everywhere, you think nobody notices us, Betty? They don't, Teresa. I will not risk my career. Not even for you. Hey, I'll take a beer.
Why are we stopping?
Infiltration of high-security installations is very real. Not just the stuff of movies.
Well, that's what I've been telling everyone.
Miss Witham, get out of the car, please.
I don't think I will, thank you.
You told me you could follow orders.
If the objective was clear, yes. What do you want from me?
Your trust. Now get out of the car.
I apologize for any unintended offense. It's natural for a mother to protect her child.
My mother would say the same about Sheila. Probably worse.
But Sheila's a very special girl.
My parents would say the same about me. We are Brahmin and I'm a doctor with a Western education. Quite a catch back home. They would never consent to an alliance they did not arrange. Especially to a working-class white girl like Sheila.
Then maybe you should listen to them.
Oh, I do. They've already brokered an arrangement for me.
But I beg your pardon? You're telling me you're engaged?
The wedding has been delayed, but...
Is this a joke?
I have no doubt I'll eventually marry the girl.
And when did you think you might tell Sheila about this fiancé of yours,
Mrs. Scorbett, your daughter already knows.
I don't believe you.
I do care for Sheila.
That is not the daughter we've raised.
You'll excuse me, I have rounds.
I don't believe your story. A man with your accent and that suit should be an officer on the front line. How can you be a glorified security guard?
When the war broke, I joined the Navy. It was my journalistic skill that set me apart for special service. The ability to acquire and interpret information.
What's special service?
I can say this much. We're on the same side.
How am I supposed to believe that?
No single act of great heroism will win us this war. It's 1,000, 10,000 small ones. You can keep walking, or turn back. I'll take you to the car and drive you home.
There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you know? It's the Whack inner snack. Hey, Whack.
On your way, boys.
Get your face, Mouthy.
Watch it, you. Betty.
What, tough girl?
This is your fun for the night? Shut up, Betty. Pathetic. Betty. Hey!
Did I forget you? Now you're gonna get it.
No! Get your hands off her! Oh, God! Get your hands off of her! Betty! Betty? This way.
Hey! Let go of her! That makes the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead that heals the sin-sick soul.
It's okay, Davy. It's gonna be okay.
Head back. It needs the ice. I want to see.
Who are those guys?
didn't swap calling cards.
Called us dirty names, and Slugger here couldn't walk away.
You're blaming me for this, Teresa?
I'll get some more ice.
This is why you need to be more careful. Let me see.
What was that for?
Being a hero.
I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm trying to live my life.
Her. Hello again, Gladys.
Gladys, stop. She's on our side.
And what side is that?
Stay put, and I'll explain.
What do you want?
War is changing. Now more than ever before, it may be won or lost on the strength of the intelligence we gather. There is important work going on at Vic Mule.
What kind of work?
Suffice to say, we need eyes and ears inside the plant.
What about her?
Margaret was testing security. The discretion of the factory girls. She's being reassigned.
I got sloppy. It won't happen again.
What do you need me to do?
If you agree to help us, all I need you to do is to go back to your regular life. Explain away Margie to your family and friends. Make sure that no one suspects anything.
And then what?
Then wait for my call.
When you were my age, you were married with 3 children.
And I didn't know a damn thing. Don't waste your affection, Sheila. Don't throw your youth away on a man with no future to offer.
I don't care about the future. Whatever happiness life has for me, it might only happen now.
That doctor, he's promised to someone else.
We are together now, and everything else could change.
Can't you see, Sheila? He's taking advantage of you, of this whole situation,
I
and you...
don't care. Narendra is smart, he's loving, and he thinks that I am too, so just let me be happy. And try to be happy for me.
You can't ask a mother to sit and watch someone hurt her child.
You're going to have to, otherwise you're not going to have me in your life.
Wow. How could you have changed so much overnight?
It wasn't overnight. You just weren't paying attention.
I can't believe they just attacked you.
What are you saying, Princess? I asked for it? I deserve my licks?
No, of course not. Are you okay to go into work?
Yeah, I'm okay. Though I can do without all the gawking and gum flapping.
People talk, Betty. You can't stop it.
Yeah, I know. And I like to think the worst. They look at me, they'll see a girl who's crossing lines.
You told Mrs. Corbett?
She's always saying that I gotta be a role model. Until she gets a load of this.
You better get in.
Yep. Time to face the music.
Let's go, Beth.
What the heck happened to her?
Fun night on the town, McRae?
Who'd you try and kiss? Miss McCrae. It is despicable. Here, we have decent, hard-working women who are giving their all for the war effort, and yet they can't walk this city's streets without interference from good-for-nothing layabouts. It's a disgrace. I hope, on the behalf of all of us, that you gave those beggars every bit as good as you got.
I certainly did my best, ma'am.
Private Brendan's wife has come to take him home. Isn't that wonderful?
It's fine.
Remember Gilead, Davy.
The men say you're quite the singer. I think they're counting on an encore.
Got all these beds free. Seems unpatriotic not to make use of them.
Are you sure you want me here?
Oh, I am, Reggie. I could use the company.
What room should I take?
Boys' room down the hall. Sheila may need her still. Well, I'm putting the kettle on. You heading out, or do you have time for a cup?
I'm a maritimer, missus. Always ready for a chin wag and a good strong cuppa.
Okay.
We were so busy worrying about Betty, I forgot to ask you about your big date with Clifford.
You were right about Mr. Perry. It was the perfect warm-up date for a girl whose heart is on the mend.
Meaning?
Meaning it was a nice dinner and a quiet drive home.
That's all?
That's all.
No sparks?
I'm sorry to disappoint.
What about a tidbit on Spy Girl?
Nope.
Gladys, you gotta give me something here.
It's just how these things go. We'll probably never hear anything more.
I just can't believe that's the end of the story.
Vera, there's nothing else to say.
Well, you gotta wonder how many of those snooping redheads are still here.